Most people are terrified of silence. Not loud silence, internal silence. The kind where there's no music, no scrolling, no notifications, and no distractions left between you and your own mind. Because the moment silence appears, most people immediately reach for something: a phone, a video, a message, anything. And the scary part is, they do it automatically, not because they're entertained, because they're escaping. Modern life has trained people to fear being alone with their thoughts. But here's the truth nobody wants to admit. If you cannot sit quietly with yourself for even 10 minutes, your mind is not under your control. Something else controls it. And today, that something is distraction. Every notification, every short video, every endless scroll is competing for your attention. Because attention is profitable. The longer they keep you distracted, the less time you spend questioning your life, and your brain slowly becomes addicted to stimulation. This is where dopamine enters the story. Most people think dopamine is pleasure. It's not. Dopamine is anticipation. It's the chemical that says, maybe the next thing will satisfy you. Maybe the next video will be better. Maybe the next message will change your mood. Maybe the next scroll will finally make you feel something. So you keep searching. Again, and again, and again. But satisfaction never really arrives. Because your brain adapts. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. You keep chasing stimulation without ever feeling fulfilled. And over time, normal life starts feeling empty. Reading becomes difficult. Thinking feels exhausting. A quiet walk feels boring. Your brain becomes conditioned for constant intensity, and peace starts feeling uncomfortable. That's the dangerous part. Because once your brain loses tolerance for silence, you lose the ability to hear yourself think. And that's exactly where deeper problems begin. Because distraction is not only chemical, it's emotional. The moment silence appears, uncomfortable thoughts rise to the surface. Regret, loneliness, fear, confusion. Questions people spend years avoiding. Questions like, am I actually happy? Am I wasting my life? Why do I feel empty even when I'm entertained all day? Most people don't want answers to these questions. So instead of facing them, they drown them. With noise, with content, with endless stimulation. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance. It happens when your actions conflict with what you know deep down is true. You tell yourself you're fine, but silence reveals anxiety. You tell yourself you're focused, but your attention is shattered. You tell yourself you're living intentionally, but deep down, you know you're drifting. And rather than confronting those feelings, people escape. Because distraction feels easier than self-awareness. That's why boredom feels painful today. Not because boredom is dangerous, but because boredom removes escape routes. Think about modern life for a second. The moment people wait in line, they check their phones. The moment they wake up, they scroll. The moment they feel slightly uncomfortable, they search for stimulation. There's almost no space left for reflection. And without reflection, people slowly become strangers to themselves. That's why so many people feel emotionally lost. Not because they lack entertainment, because they lack connection with their own minds. And here's the irony: the very thing people are avoiding is the thing that could transform them. Silence. Because silence forces awareness, and awareness changes people. The ancient Stoics understood this deeply. They believed a person who cannot control their own mind will always be controlled by the outside world. And today, control over attention is becoming rare, which makes it powerful. The person who can sit quietly, focus deeply, and think clearly has a massive advantage in modern life, because clarity is impossible in constant noise. Look at great thinkers throughout history. Many walked alone, many spent time in silence, many disconnected from chaos to hear their own thoughts clearly. Because the brain needs stillness to process reality. Without stillness, you only react, you never truly think. And eventually, if you spend enough time in silence, something strange happens. Silence stops feeling uncomfortable. It starts feeling peaceful because for the first time in a long time, your mind slows down. Your thoughts become clearer. Your emotions become visible, and you begin hearing your own voice again instead of the world's voice. That's where change begins. Not through motivation, not through another productivity hack, through awareness. Because awareness creates choice, and choice creates freedom. So here's something simple to try. Tomorrow morning, sit alone for 5 minutes. No music, no scrolling, no videos, no distractions. Just sit quietly. At first, your brain will resist. You'll feel restless, maybe anxious, maybe bored. That's normal. You are experiencing withdrawal from constant stimulation. But if you continue doing this every day, your attention slowly becomes stronger, your mind becomes calmer, and your dependence on distraction becomes weaker. Because mental strength is built the same way physical strength is built, through discomfort. Most people will spend their entire lives running from silence, running from discomfort, running from themselves. But the people who stop running become powerful. Because once you can sit calmly with your own thoughts, the world becomes much harder to manipulate you. So the next time silence appears, don't escape immediately. Stay there for a moment, listen carefully, because beneath all the noise, all the distractions, and all the mental chaos, there is a version of you waiting to be heard.